Welcome back. Welcome back to the morning show here on Tobago Updates Television. We're just at 7:57 a.m. So if you're getting to work for 8 o'clock and dropping the children off to school, you should be at your office right now. However, if you're still on the nation's roads, remember to drive safely to get there because we do not want to cause any accidents on our nation's roads. We continue conversations this morning and we speak with Mr. Duane Dove. He is a cocoa farmer, Tobago Cocoa Estates. Yes. And we're talking about a very, very interesting topic this morning, beer from cocoa. Could you imagine? Good morning, Mr. Dove, and welcome.
Good morning, and thanks for having me.
Of course, an absolute pleasure to have you this morning. Very, very interesting. We know that cocoa is so diverse, and now we're talking about something that I never thought about. I don't know how many other persons might have thought that this was possible. But we want to get straight into the conversation. How did we end up here? Beer from cocoa.
Well, I'm always, looking for new ideas, trying to be as innovative as possible. We just recently won three big awards in December. The 16th of December 24 in London, two silvers and a bronze. And, it just sort of, inspires me to find new ideas, new things, just being innovative and trying new stuff. And that is how the whole cocoa chocolate beer came about.
Right, and I don't know the process of making beer at all by any measure, and so,
Right.
okay, so the innovations that came out winning the awards, of course, coming up with so many different things and ways to use cocoa and chocolate. And now we're here, we're talking about getting chocolate beer. How do you manufacture? What is the process? What goes into this? First of all, to move it from an idea to an actual product. And the marketing, the can, it does look like chocolates. It does look like cocoa. So what moves it from the idea, the thoughts of this
Yeah.
is possible into, trying until you get a product that you think can go on the market?
Right. Well, the artwork is called steampunk, right? I've never heard of it before, but it's called steampunk. It's like a steam room sort of a feeling. Well, what happened is about 4 years ago, I met two guys from a micro brewery, a craft beer brewery in Croatia. I met them at a trade show in Europe, and we were talking about different ideas and stuff like that. And they are well known within the craft beer industry. So they said every year they do like a signature product. Last year they did a beer with chili in it, for example. And now when they approached me, they said, well, listen, we want to try a beer with your cocoa beans. So I said, okay, so how do we do that? And what it is really, it's a stout. It's an imperial stout, which has an alcohol between, I would say, 9 and 12% alcohol. It's like something between like a Guinness and a Moccasin, more or less. And what they did is that they aged the beer. What we did is we aged the beer in old bourbon Kentucky barrels that were used for aging bourbon whiskey. We aged the beer for 1 year in small barrels, and the last 3 months we infused the beer with our cocoa nibs, our wonderful Tobago cocoa estate cocoa nibs. So we roasted the nibs very gently and we infused them in the beer, and we allowed them to marry with the aged barrel beer for 3 months before we went to the next step, basically.
When you talk about ideas and innovations like this and collaborations even to be approached by an internationally renowned company, how does it make you feel to know that your product has the eyes, the international eyes, and the acknowledgement that it is something of quality?
Well, I always said Tobago has the finest cocoa. It's always been that way. All of us who are Tobagonians know that. Cocoa is in our blood. It's there, right? I mean, we have the fine Trinitario cocoa. These guys, they have tasted my chocolates and they were totally blown away by the quality of the chocolate and said, geez, I mean, this is something that could really make a difference for this beer. So yeah, I mean, they really believed in it, and it's the story, the origin. We have a story to tell. Tobago Cocoa Estate. We are indigenous. We were born from Tobago. These beans are from Tobago. I am a Tobagonian. So they wanted to bring the whole story and capture it in the can, basically. And hey, it's drinking really good.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. Is it ready? Is it ready for distribution? Is my next question.
Well, we did a small batch. We did maybe about 1,000 cans. And when I say 1,000 cans like this, which is quite small, and because it was a first shot, a first run, you don't want to make 5,000 or 10,000 cans. You want to get some market response and stuff like that. So now we actually actively working on getting it out into the market, the distribution. They have distribution already. So I am trying to, from my end, see how we can do, getting it into. We have people from Trinidad and Tobago who have contacted us who would really like to have the beer on their shelves. So we're working diligently to try and make that happen. There are certain laws with imports, exports, etc. We have to paperwork, a lot of paperwork, basically.
And, of course, with the carnival season right around the corner, I do hope that you're able to maximize that opportunity there, of course, to get them on the shelves. In
Yes.
closing, I want you to share your thoughts, your ideas in terms of persons try something that you might be good at or something that you like doing, something that tells a story, as you mentioned before, about yourself, about where you come from, about your people. How would you encourage somebody who is thinking, perhaps I can do something, but they are, kind of doubting themselves because they're not certain?
Well, it's the passion that drives you and gets you going, and then you have to stick to it. You have to stay focused and stick to your idea. If you believe in what you're doing, all right, then you will succeed, right? Don't give up. Just keep at it, but stay focused. We get distracted so easily. You have to put 110% into whatever you're doing, especially a project like this, which is cocoa agriculture. You have so many other parameters to deal with. So I would say stick to what you believe in. Don't give up, right? And stay focused. That's my best advice.
Right. And before we wrap up, one more question I have for you. What's next for Duane Dove? What's next?
Well, I want to grow more cocoa. There's a cocoa crisis in the world. So I just spoke to the THA secretary, the wonderful Miss Pantin, and I asked her to assist me because I want more land, because I want to plant more cocoa. So that's my plan. So this coming July, August, I already ordered 5,000 plants. So we planting, I just give me some more land, I will plant more cocoa because there's a cocoa crisis in the world. So I would encourage every citizen in Trinidad and Tobago to start planting cocoa because we have a huge climate issue that is going to make cocoa so exclusive. Cocoa is going to become a rare thing in the future, right? So my plan is to plant more cocoa. That's my plan, and make more chocolates.
That's right. That's right. And who doesn't love chocolate? So, of course, we encourage you. We support you with that. And, of course, we take your advice. Everybody in Tobago, Trinidad and Tobago, let me plant some cocoa. Yes, and make the
Oh
thing
yeah,
happen, of course.
oh
Maximize the
yeah,
opportunity. Mr. Dove, thank you so
yeah,
much for joining us this morning and for bringing that ray of sunshine to our conversation
yeah.
today. And we do wish you the very best. We're looking forward to seeing those cans on the shelves and for further collaboration, right, as you continue to progress and advance in your business there. And of course, to sensitize people about Tobago, the culture of Tobago, the people of Tobago, and what makes us who we are. So all the very best where you are concerned. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been
Thank
speaking
you.
with Mr. Duane Dove this morning, a cocoa farmer, of course, and he wants to plant all the cocoa trees he possibly can here on the island of Tobago, and perhaps you can join in with him where that is concerned. This is where we end the morning show on Tobago Updates Television, but it's not where we end our programming. We head on over to GMT, which is Good Morning Tobago, and we do hope that you can stay with us. And as you stay with us, this is your opportunity to share the live, share the live, share the live.